Next process is the trimming, form, and singulation. So what is this process? So this process is to create the lid of the IC. So we do a trimming to cut the individual lid so that it will be separate. And after that we do a trimming to cut also the lid. And we do a forming to form the lid based on the JEDEC standard. And also the cutting the unit from the frame is, we call it singulation. So this step have to be complete on this process so that the unit at the end, it will be one piece by one piece of the unit. Next is the what is the trim form. So you see on the presentation, so there is a very long machine on this trimming because it's processing conveyor on this integrated tooling or machine. So they do a trimming until singulation in one line. So that this process, we call it integrated system. So from forming and also singulation. So next is the jump process. So what is the jump process? The jump process is cutting the lid, because when we do a molding, so there is a lid to lid gap. So lid to lid gap, if there is no connecting bar, it will be bleeding the mold because it's leakage from the cavity during mold process. So we have to make the bar on the between lid to lid. So this bar have to be cut after molding process. So this one, the process is, we call it the jump process, so that the lid, it will be a standalone individual. So next process, lid forming. So lid forming is to form the lid. So why we have to form the lid? So this is based on the JEDEC standard. So there is we call it the gunwing forming, or maybe there is a G-bend, or there is also the straight line. So it depends on the package type. So and also JEDEC standard. So how we do forming? So the step is the pre-form first, and after that forming, and we do a singulation. So this step have to be also complete to make the forming is better. So that's a lid form. Next is the lid cut. So why we have a lid cut at the end? Because some system, they use the lid cut at the first, and there is also system, they cut the lid at the end. So there is a pro and cons in this. But the lid, when we cut at the end, so the lid spread, it will be very precise. So that the lid cut, lid spread on the lid, it have to be controlled based on the JEDEC, because it will be controlled when it is placed to the wall. So this is the importance of the lid spread. So that's why there is a lid cut process. Next is the singulation. So singulation is a process to make the unit separate from the frame, so that the unit will become individual after this process. So that's the singulation. And this is just the sample of the package outline drawing. What we need to control of the forming process based on the JEDEC standard. So this is very important, because when we do this forming, so we have to make sure there is a standard, because when we do SMT on this component, so the length size and also the length pattern is have to be the same with this package outline drawing.